Yeah, hello everyone, and welcome to the weekly news digest for Enecuum Network. And we're pleased to share with you the latest achievements and events that we have happened in our team and project over the past week. So today's episode will be with Serge, and he come back from his vacation. Great news. So yeah. And just a short reminder that you can ask your question in several ways. First of all, you can raise your hand in our voice chat, and we will let you to ask your question live. Then you can write your question in our Telegram chat, and we will read all the questions in the end of our digest. Or you can send your questions via Google form, and we will collect it and answer after the news. So let's get started with the first news, and it's about the voting on Space. And here we finished the voting to choose the minimum stake size to participate in auction for a mining slot. And the total of 76,000 Enecuum took part in this voting, and the variant to decrease the minimal stake size to up to 75,000 Enecuums won. And this variant already implemented to the Pulse network, so now you can stake 75,000 Enecuum and have the mining slot. So maybe a couple of words about it.
Yeah, on the one hand, I think it's great news that I hope there will be more usage of custom mining tokens. But on the other hand, I ask miners to pay additional attention on how the distribution of rewards may be affected by new slots active, because we described it in previous sessions, but there were some changes to the protocol during past years, so it might be some unintended effects. So let's pay attention to it, and maybe we will need to make additional changes, or maybe additional voting if we will see that these mining slots change will, for example, have negative impact on Enecuum rewards or something. So let's see.
Yeah, thank you, Serge, and thank you very much for all participations and participants. And one more time, if you notice something unusual in mining behavior or something like that, please feel free to contact me or Serge. We will check everything, and we will share the reward as a back bounty if we will commit these problems. So let's move on, and the next news is about the bug bounty awards, and here we have slightly delay, so the awards will be distributed on Tuesday, 2nd of May, and thank you everyone who participated in this bug bounty, and we will send Enecuum in Enecuum network and ENX in Ethereum network. So I will contact all the participants today to clarify the addresses. And let's move to the short news about the bridge, because here we don't have much new things, and hope work is in progress, and hope we will have good news soon, and we'll share it with our community. So, Serge, please, could you add something?
I think we all waiting for some releases to make some obvious to make our work usable. So then it will be easier to describe what's happening, what we have done. Yeah.
Okay, let's move to the question block, and here we have first question: what can we do to help the team? So first of all, we need your support in all our communities, and it would be great if you help us with our project information distribution. And Serge, maybe you have some ideas. Oh, also take part in our bug bounties check and tests all our services and report if you notice something unusual or something like that. Serge.
Yeah, I totally agree that spreading information about our project, maybe helping newcomers to understand better, because it's rather complicated stuff happening. So yeah, it's very interesting to have more developers and enthusiasts that will maybe not only build upon Enecuum, but maybe some reviewing or maybe rewriting code, some activity. I mean, any GitHub activity will be very good for our project.
Yeah, thank you. Let's move to the next question. From Latam, especially from Venezuela, and I have bought Enecuum thanks to the motivation of the team. They should do more events like that. So yes, we will continue our event policy in Latam. So there will be more interesting events there. Well, thank you for taking part in Enecuum. Let's move to the next question. What date I plan to launch Breach? What problems do you currently have? Serge.
About the breach, yes. Sorry,
about the date, I guess we can't just place some kind of date because we already placed the dates, and it's not a very good strategy. So we are trying to release it as soon as possible. And about some problems and why it took so long, Serge, please could you?
I think it is the most complicated, system we developed, because it is based on interaction between two blockchains and creates the third network, which are validators. So I think it is enough. On the other hand, it is the most the part that is most often attacked, and so it is under the pressure from hackers. So it is great responsibility to publish bridge. That's why we are not hurrying in this. This is on the one hand is complicated, on the other is very important. So that's it's a general, yes. Yeah.
Thank you, Serge, for the comments, and let's move to the last questions. What ideas do you have for second term? Why are so retired? Well, I guess it's about the second term of this year and about roadmap. So first of all, we will work on bridge, and I guess we'll release it in the second term of in the second quarter of this year. Just maybe a couple of comments about it, about this question. Our plans for, I guess it's the second quarter. No?
I think there will be some stages of releases, and from current perspective, it is very hard. So maybe you're right, but it is hard to make precise predictions now, because there are a lot of things we should improve. And we should do to make like there are a lot of steps towards better and better bridge service, and sorry. So it is yet not officially stated what will be included in the release, because there might be several networks, there might be several validators, there might be such things like test networks or main networks, so all these features will be released in several days, and from now it is hard to tell. I think the main question is about Ethereum at Enecuum, because Enecuum is not issued in the Enecuum. I think this is this step is the question is about this step, when we will release Enecuum. And actually it is not so tightly coupled with bridge. It was our decision that we will not make any special cases for Enecuum in the bridge, and that's why we didn't issue Enecuum in Enecuum before bridge release. But it could be done, because we are already made special behavior with Enecuum name. So we made that bridged Enecuum will be named not as SB Enecuum, but just Enecuum in Enecuum network. So, but it is very simple. It is not affecting smart contracts. So for bridge smart contracts in Ethereum-like networks and Enecuum networks, there will be no difference because the name of the token is generated by validators. So validators can do it off chain from the perspective of Enecuum or Ethereum networks. But if we want to have bridge, so our smart contracts do not have function to connect to existing tokens. So all bridges are made like there is original token in the source network, and there is and the bridge creates a rapid token in the destination network when the bridge is conducted. So if we will create ENX before the bridge is developed, we need additional smart contract functions, additional logic that might negatively affect security of smart contracts. But it can be done. So it is possibly might be additional voting for governance. So we can issue ENX in Enecuum network, but then we will need additional time to modify smart contracts. It was about yeah, okay.
The brief. Yes. Thank you for your comments, and I guess guys understand that not everything not as easy as it seems to be, and the bridge is a really super complicated service, as it's called, the project, and of course we will try to deliver it to our community as soon as possible, but on the other hand, we don't want to add additional risks and financial risks. We want to check and recheck and recheck everything and make audits and so on and so on. So yes, we have one question in our chat, and it's about our apps, and can we have Enecuum price on wallet in various currencies apart from dollar? Yeah, Serge.
Sorry, I I think I forgot.
You can check
where can I read the question?
In English chat. It's about the prices in other currencies apart from dollar for our apps.
Okay, I see it now. Sorry. Yes, it is possible, but we need some. I think maybe it is not complicated. Maybe we can add it, but there is a catch that we receive prices on various prices from CoinGecko API, and recently they started to block requests because as we think that they are more aggressively going towards paid subscriptions. So we use free plan, not even plan, just their public API. So they limit their public API capability. So we had some problems because of this, problems in our wallets, because not all balances were correctly were able correctly show something when CoinGecko block requests. So we fixed it in some previous PWA releases. So maybe it will be some problems with prices in any in any currency, not on the dollar. But thanks for the idea. I think we can add some menu where you can choose what currency do you prefer. I think something like this will be easy. To show many currencies in the UI, it will be hard because it will require some design changes. But to have one currency and allow user to change switch it, I think it is not hard. So let's talk next week, and we will see can we make it. And that about CoinGecko information was that it might be problems with currency displaying applications. So it is not our fault, and we are looking for maybe different providers, or maybe just time will remedy this. Let's see.
Yeah, thank you, Serge, for the description. And maybe someone wants to ask question, feel free to type it in chat or to ask live. Just raise your hand for it. Yeah. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Serge, for detailed explanations, and have a great weekend. See you next week, and thank you for a great idea of using different cards. We'll check it, and we'll talk about it next week about the results for small research. Thank you.